Hey guys, it's Jesse from freehotwater.au and thewater.au. Today's video is about the 260 litre Ecogenica system. Last week I got a comment asking what I thought about the system. I think it's quite a good system. It's one of the best single unit systems that you can get, but there's a conversation about whether it is the right system for you. We'll be going over the specifications of the unit, the warranty, the recovery rate, the volume, and everything else that's important to know about this system. We'll also be having a brief look at the comparison of this system and how it fares against other single unit systems. Here's a hint, it's the third best single unit system on the market right now. And it's going to be a full review of the Ecogenica 260. We'll also be talking about price and what we can do to install it. So let's jump into it. Alright. So the first thing we're going to look at is Cool. The first thing we're going to look at is just the specifications. So the 260 litre Ecogenica differs from the other systems in that it's a single unit system and the others are split unit systems. I've already made a video detailing the differences between these systems, but here's a brief recap. You're typically going to get better performances from these split unit systems. The reason why is the compressor is larger. There's a lot more surface area of the compressor and behind the compressor, meaning there's a lot more air to draw in, and the fan can be bigger as well. So the performance always tends to be better for split unit systems. So if you're considering a single unit system, before you set your mind on it, just consider whether you might be better off getting a split unit system. In this case, the single unit can be good. If you don't have enough space for a split unit, or you've got a very small backyard and you don't want to harm the aesthetics of your backyard, that makes sense. But otherwise, I would suggest going for a split usually. But this single is quite good if you cannot get a split for those reasons. So, just going into the specifications, the 260 litre unit is suitable for up to 6 people. We wouldn't recommend it if you have any more than that. If you have only 1 or 2 people in your home, I'd actually advise going for a smaller system than the 260, but the 260 is perfect for about 6 people, up to 6 people. You're getting a recovery rate of just under 70 minutes, meaning from empty, the tank will take 70 minutes to completely heat up the hot water in average circumstances. Slightly louder than the split unit system at 50 decibels. It works very well up to -7 degrees. And the refrigerant used is R290, which is also known as propane. R290, in my opinion, is the best refrigerant you can get. It's even better than CO2. If you look at the global warming potential of propane, it is, over a 20-year period, it's 0.02. Whereas CO2 is just 1. So that means the potential of environmental impact, if the refrigerant is leaked, is a lot lower for R290. It's pretty low for CO2 as well, but when you compare it to R134A or other refrigerants, they're actually both very good choices, but we've got quite a good refrigerant here. So I briefly had a look at the single unit system COP. So if you saw my last video, the Victorian Energy Upgrades program, they had engineers rank all of the systems, and we were able to determine the best systems, a complete ranking of over 200 systems or heat pump systems that are available in the scheme, which is pretty much every heat pump system, right? If you've got a heat pump, you're going to be submitting it to the scheme so you can get certificates for installing it. And Ecogenica performed quite well. They're the third best single unit system, and obviously at number 1 we've got the 220 litre Emerald and the 270 litre Emerald system. The next video that I'm going to produce is actually just going to be a ranking of the best single unit systems that you can get. But this is surprising maybe to some because these are actually budget systems, but because these manufacturers are pushing so hard into the rebates, it's actually funded, but basically the rebates have actually funded, excuse me for that call, a lot of innovation. So these new companies are spending a lot of money to develop the best heat pumps so they can get the highest number of certificates possible, meaning these systems are a lot better than some other names you might expect. So that's our next video, and I've also got a bunch of installations that we've done. So you can check. Obviously, we do a good job. The company we install under is called freehotwater.au. You can check us out if you're interested in getting your system installed. So obviously we have very clean installations, and people typically opt for this unit when they don't want to have the bulky split unit design. So obviously here there's no space to put a split unit unless we put a mount over there, so the customer opted to get a single unit system. The last thing that I forgot to mention was the warranty of these systems. You get a really good warranty on the Ecogenica systems, and they actually don't change the warranty for the splits versus the singles. You'll find a lot of companies have a lower warranty if they provide both types of units. They'll have a lower warranty on the single units, but that's not the case for Ecogenica. Obviously, the single units are slightly newer technology, and I'm not sure why exactly they have less warranties. Maybe it's more expensive for them to replace components. Maybe the components break down more quickly, so they're not willing to back it up as much. That seems like the more probable scenario. So we're able to install these units if you're in New South Wales in one of the major metropolitan areas. That's Sydney, Newcastle, Wollongong, or Port Macquarie. We're able to install these systems for as low as $179 if you've got an electric outdoor unit. Prices will be increasing next year because every unit, unfortunately, the rebates actually drop down, so we need to charge more. So if you want to get one of these systems, now would probably be the time before next year when we will be increasing our prices. If you're in Victoria, we can upgrade this system from $1,200 if you qualify for a Solar Vic. That's pretty much it for the video. If you do want to apply for a system, or if you want a free quote, you can just press inquire now and fill in your details, and we will gladly reach out to you. That's it. Thank you.